Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bite Time. My name is Terry Two, and today's show will be called The Beast of the Far East. Probably saying, why is this crazy guy talking about something in the Far East? And he's doing his show on Wednesday. We'll get into all that. We're going to talk about the big conference. We're going to highlight some of the big things that happened at the Computex Conference that took place in Taipei, Taiwan on May 20th to 23rd. This is just like the Consumer Electronics Show that they have in Las Vegas, where all the big companies are there. This is something they have here in Taipei, Taiwan, on a little bigger scale. So we're going to talk about some of the latest devices, AI, robotics, next generation, mobility, all the different products for all different computing or technology situations. So we'll get into all that. What else? We have NBA playoffs. I'm going to cry because the Knicks lost last night to the Indiana Pacers. And Indiana Pacers are now up 3-1. If they win tomorrow night in Madison Square Garden, they'll be in the NBA championship. Tonight, Oklahoma Thunder play Minnesota Timberwolves. They are also up 3-1 in Oklahoma City. If they win, then the NBA championship. All right. So we'll get into all that. Let's come on back and have a great show. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this show tonight. All right. So let's come on back, have a great time, live your fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Terry Toot, and this is Bite Time. As you see the new decal or the new monogram, or you want to call it, that I have on my site. If anyone's interested in the T-shirts I have produced, those are that's the monogram. Not monogram, the decal that you'll see. Went a lot of work and trying to get this right. So if you're interested, just give me a shout out, and we'll get you a shirt. And it's another. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Also, yeah, reason why I'm doing this show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I will not be on the air this Saturday. Um, I'm going to see a cute little girl, my granddaughter. So that's why I won't be here this Saturday. But we'll get into all that also. But yeah, so I'll be doing the show today. I didn't do one last weekend because it was a holiday weekend. I hope everyone enjoyed the Memorial Day weekend, dedicated to all the men and women of the armed forces for protecting our freedom here in the United States and across the world. We salute you and everything you've done for us, and let's give them a round of applause. Some of them are, they're far away from home, and like I said, they're defending our freedom, protecting us, and we appreciate them. Thank you for your services, all everyone in the armed services. All right. So, what else we got going on? We have hockey playoffs going on right now, and what else is going on? Let's see. So we have the Florida Panthers against the Carolina, uh, Carolina Hurricanes. So they'll play tonight in North Carolina in Raleigh at the 8 o'clock game on TNT. And then what else we got? And then tomorrow night we have Edmonton at Dallas. That is an 8 o'clock game also, Eastern time. And then after that, Carolina will go back out to Florida. That series is at, I don't know, what is it at? I have no idea. I don't know. Let's see what we got here. Says here on the good old thing. What are we leading? Carolina. Oh, Carolina won the series. That's it. Oh, that's different game, different game. I'm sorry. What do we got? Carolina leads. No, Florida Panthers lead 3-1 over Carolina. And then in the Western, we have Edmonton leading 3-1 in that series for NHL supremacy for the NHL championship. All right. So, what did I do on my Memorial Day weekend, ladies and gentlemen? I finally got to cook out real good. I cooked a brisket on the smoker and had some friends over, you know, hung out, drank a few libations. Brisket came out good, and watched the NBA, watched the Knicks win that game against the Indiana Pacers, and then slept real good. So that's it. Anyway, let's talk about the Computex Conference that was last week in Taipei, Taiwan. This has been going on for years now. The Computex. Now, this has been, yes, some of the biggest companies in the world. 34 countries are represented, 450 startup companies, and 1,400 exhibitors that were here in Taipei, Taiwan. And all the big boys are there. All of them. They were all there. Unbelievable. So what they're saying, there was a bigger increase of exhibitors this year. So that's really something must be working to have more exhibitors because not too many people want to travel, because Taipei, Taiwan is on the other side of the world. Like I said, the beast of the East, Far East. So that's a long traveling for someone like, say, especially in the United States. They hit a lot of contingents there um, at the Computex. All right. So what we're going to talk about is what's really, really, really popular, not so much popular, very important in the world of technology. So AI is huge. All right. I used it to create the logo for the Bite Time shirts. Okay. Well, we really use Chat GPT. Okay. I just did a few things and it came out with an image that said, hey, this is what you got. So I took that image. It looked dull. It didn't look shiny. And I took it to the shirt people and they did their artistic stuff. And that's how I come up with that. All right. And like I said, AI is not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a Artificial intelligence is not going anywhere. It's not. It's here to stay. Next generation technology. We talked about that in previous shows. Blockchain. What else? You got all those technologies. That's big, big, big. Okay, the 5G and up for technology for communication as we for our cell phones and future mobility. Something we never really touched on. Basically, in the automotive industry, we'll get into all that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Um, a lot of companies that showed up here. Some of them were new, some were old, but they're coming with all kind of ideas to promote and put them on the market. So it's just a matter of time. And we're going to talk about some of the products that were at the Computex show. All right. Um, also, we have intelligent business solutions that was represented, drones, robotics, and you name it. Okay. So, yeah, so we'll get into all that. So, mostly the key areas we're going to talk about today: AI and robotics, because now there's a big emphasis of robotics in manufacturing and healthcare. It really is, because they are using robotics to do some surgeries. Okay, they really are. All right, and it's really scary that we have a robots have been doing surgeries on people in previously. So this is something that's not new. Okay, manufacturing. Okay, you're really cutting out more people because you're adding that element of AI solutions of creating, let's say, you're building, I don't know, you're building a new radio or a new um, computer component. All you gotta do is set the commands, ladies and gentlemen, and it's done through AI. It's unbelievable. Okay. Also, next generation technologies. Like I said, we talked about blockchain. What else we talk about? Um, um, a lot of stuff. Mostly the blockchain we talked about. Um, the 5G and up for telecommunications, and the cloud. Cloud is definitely a technology that's really, really being used. VMware, that's something. Okay, this is where we're coming in with the new technology. Okay, next generation. All right. So when we talk about future mobility, you heard Elon Musk was saying that he's developing, he has a car that without a driver. That's kind of scary because some of the it's a strange technology, I think, to talk about, because you don't have a driver, you're just in the back seat, and of course it has all these probes on here, sensors and all that, but it's totally different than having a person there. But from what I'm hearing, some of the other companies besides Tesla are using this. I heard in San Francisco they were testing it and it worked okay until it hit something. So that's something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Also, NVIDIA, they do cards, processors, and everything like that. They came out with a bunch of new products, and we're going to talk about that also. Um, Still AI, the Copilot, which is built in on my particular laptop. We have some, um, the built-in features for AI capabilities. Um, they're powered by what they call the neural processing units. Okay, um, and that's in some of the processors in the ASUS computers. Okay, all right. AI powered laptops. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And we have AI assistants. Siri, that's considered one. Believe it or not. All right. All right. So let's keep this moving. Let's keep this moving. All right. First and foremost, NVIDIA, the CEO, chairman, Mr. Jensen Huang, um, he first started saying that NVIDIA is producing have a company, have a new, not a new company, but they're laying down roots in Taiwan and in Taipei in their science park, right? And it's going to be for the GeForce RTX card, graphics card, um, graphics processing unit. Okay, and NVIDIA's Blackwell architecture. This is the I've been hearing about this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Right? It's definitely for you gamers out there that love to get these graphic cards, the graphic processing units, and built into your computer that you built. You better jump on this. So they're saying here it's meeting or exceeding the performance of some of the RTX 3070. Um, but the problem is what they're saying here, ladies and gentlemen, in more demanding games, like you have a high resolution of 1440 DPI, they're not going to work as good. Okay. So for you esports fanatics, okay, it's a game like Counter Strike. I've seen this game before. High frame resolution at 1080 with medium to high settings. That's really good. Um, it can handle games at 1080 DPI, really. No problem. What the problem with just saying here, the inconsistencies that they have, um, the RTX 5060 may not be consistently outperform older models like the RTX 3070. Has limited VRAM. So if you guys, I'm not a gamer, so if you guys know about this stuff, give me a shout out, help me out here. Um, about experience limitations. Um, to the RTX's 8 gig VRAM. So it's something to consider when you want to step up to this new graphics processing unit. Okay. But what you're saying here is the 5060 is a solid card, graphics processing unit to use in the 1080 television, or monitors that you have, especially for you gaming and esports, a high resolution stuff that in there. Um, you're gonna have limitations at 1440 DPI, so just to keep that in consideration. The price is gonna be starting at $300 for that. Okay, so you guys in esports, think about that first. Okay, all right. Let's get into something we always talk about here, and something that all of us use a lot. That are you know don't want to take around that big desktop, so we'll take our laptops. Okay. Okay, didn't mention anything about iPad or tablets or anything like that. So we're going to talk about that. Um, in this case, Acer, which is a Taiwanese company, they're coming out with called the Swift Edge 14 AI. It's artificial intelligence built into this laptop. Now, before I go any further, ladies and gentlemen, all right, this has not been released, okay, and there was no price tag. So I searched for this forever. There is no price tag on this laptop. Okay. It probably won't be released until the second half of the year, which is coming up. So it's definitely not released. So it's a 0.65 inch thick, and it weighs 2.18 pounds, 14-inch screen. So it's not the biggest. Okay. Um, it's a 3K. You ready for this? The pixels 2080, 2880 by 1800. That's got to be the sweetest picture on there. Okay. OLED touch panel with the Corning. Now, the Corning you have when you cook your food in, that Corning, that's really, really strong. That's a Corning Matte Pro treatment. So the surface is beautiful on this. Okay. Um, it can't go wrong. So it's going to come in a range of processors. So it's going to come in Intel Core Ultra 5, Ultra 7, Ultra 9, and then the Lunar Lake. Um, it'll come with a processor Ultra 9 at 288 volts. Now, be cognizant of the Ultra 5s and Ultra 7s. They are extremely weak compared to the i5s. All right. They're not that good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Um, yeah, it says that you won't find discrete graphics options to pair with the CPU. Just integrated Intel Arc solutions. Okay. It comes with, ladies and gentlemen, it can go up to 32 gigs of RAM. So what they're saying, you can upgrade this. You will come with 16 gigs of RAM to start, 1 terabyte solid state drive. That's fantastic. You can't go wrong with that. Okay. Um, the Lunar Lake it'll deliver impressive efficiency with long battery life. Acer is saying 21 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Connectivity, you're gonna have dual Thunderbolt USB ports. So you have USB-C ports, two USB-A, and an HDMI. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Can't go wrong. Like I said, won't be available to the second half of the year, and no price has been given. Be prepared to pay because of the tariff stuff that's going on. So it's gonna be expensive, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about the Swift Go AI. This is with the Intel Lunar Lake, much better processor. Okay, comes with a call Copilot as an AI feature that's in there. Um, it's going to top out at Ultra 7 instead of Ultra 9, 32 gigs of RAM. It could go up to 16-inch screen, 2 terabyte solid state drive, ladies and gentlemen. Um, and the 14-inch will be 1 terabyte. Okay. This Corning display. I don't know how they got together with Corning, but I think it's a fantastic idea to have Corning on there. OLED, just imagine it. Look at that. Oh my God, it's gotta be so clear on there. Okay. Um, Also the Go AI chassis that's on there, it's aluminum and it's gonna weigh at 3.06 pounds. Um, and 3.53 pounds for the 16-inch. So you're getting it's a little bit heavy, not that bad. Hell, I remember the old vials, Sony vials are bigger than that. So that's not a problem. Okay. So the Swift X or Swift 10 lineup, for the RTX 5070 graphics for creators. So we're going to talk about graphic cards again. Okay. So on some of these laptops, on the Swift X 14 AI and the Swift X 14, we're going to be running the AMD Ryzen processors. Okay. Um, the Intel based Swift X or 10 14 uses the Arrow Lake H processors, which is going to be good. Um, it says it has less neural processing power, but it can be high performance CPUs for general computing, which is cool. Okay. So what you're saying here, the former maxes out Ryzen AI 9 365. The latter runs at a Core Ultra 9 285 hertz. Like I said, these core, why is Intel doing these processors? Like, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why. I don't know why. All right. The laptops will have the NVIDIA graphics card, the RTX 5070. Oh my God, it's gotta be so beautiful on there. And it'll have NVIDIA Studio drivers, so they're really, really packing a lot of power in the laptops. Okay. Um, Professional visual editing, content creation apps will require graphics more horsepower. Okay. No price has been released, ladies and gentlemen, so be prepared to pay if you want something like this. Second half of the year, also. Okay. And the ultimate gaming machine. This one's a big boy, right? This is the Asus TUF Gaming T500. It's got all the funky lights. If you go online, you can see this. Okay. It comes with an Intel i7. Now we go. We getting it now. Okay. 5 gigahertz turbo boost at 95 watts. Comes with NVIDIA GeForce RTX graphics card. Woo! 16 gigs of DDR RAM, 1 terabyte PCIe, Generation 4 solid state drive, 1 terabyte. This is definitely for you gamers. Really, really for you gamers. Okay. It comes with a standard 810H chassis that's going to be strong as hell. It can withstand vibration, shock, heat, and altitude. So you definitely got something that's good. All right. Um, This has toolless panels. So you know how the old HP and the old compacts of it, you had to go through all to pull the panels off and all this. This is something different. It's clear. You go and look at the picture, you'll see it online. Okay. And what else we have here? What else we have here? Let's bring this down here. So what else they have? Like I said, toolless panels. So it's like it's crystal clear, ladies and gentlemen. So you have nothing to worry about. Um, Comes with an RGB keyboard, mouse. Um, can't go wrong. Right out of the box. Now the starting price on this particular gaming machine starts at $1,299. That's the start, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to spend that kind of money, you gamers, you definitely go have at it. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget now, this Computex thing, they have it every year in Taipei, Taiwan, and you know, major companies, Japan, United States, South Korea, Vietnam, India, Thailand, of course, Philippines. That's something new for them. Okay. Plus European countries there, France, Belgium, Israel. And they were there at this Computex conference. But it's really, ladies and gentlemen, it's really, really taking off on these new development of devices, 5G, all the new technology that's out there, especially AI. Just such a major emphasis. There's such a major emphasis on these devices and the new technology and next gen technology. And next gen is like one of the things that has really, really, really taken off. And it's not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So let's put that to the side. And it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere at all. So let's think about that for a minute. Let's see. We got, like I said, we do blockchain and next gen. What else we have? A lot of stuff. So all that stuff is not going anywhere. So, but yeah, just think about that. And the new technology is, like I said, it's not going anywhere. The next generation, no way. It's not. It's here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Here to stay. So on that note, we're gonna end this show, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I hope you enjoy the rest of your cloudy. I don't know, it's cloudy here in Maryland. I don't know where you are, but it's just dank, rainy. It stopped raining, but it's been raining all day. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end the show. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening. It's only Wednesday, but we will get together again real soon. Take care and be well. This is Tokyo After Dark by Eldorado. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.